So I'm going to go and land on this small planet. I say small, but it's around Earth size. I find it particularly close proximity to its host star. I'm not going to try and pronounce the name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly glide in, just testing out Shadowplay. I can hear lots of clicking on my sound, which could be that the volume is too high, but I'll investigate that further. Okay, so we have detail on the planet now. So a few of these sort of red features, which are typically small canyon structures. So let's go and check one of those out. So one on top that looks pretty good. Then again, the lighting could be quite interesting here. So yeah, let's go and check out this canyon structure or red structure, which is very close to a crater in the center of the screen. You can see.
Orbital flight engaged.
Okay, so I'm coming in quite steep, but it's fine. I've got until around 20 kilometers or something like this before I hit the glide. So this is fine. What I'll do now is just get to 60. There we go. And we can see a lot more detail now as we approach. This looks quite interesting. I might go for a small sort of canyon run into the shaded area to the left. Yeah, this little piece where you can see the red actually going into the crater. So as you can see, my descent is much shallower now. My rate of descent is... Oh, here we go. So this is now into orbital glide. And I'll just bring my ship down, roughly aimed at that arc. I'll drop from glide around now. There we go. And I can do a very smooth descent. So I'm going to come in and have a look, I think, this canyon and see what the ground is like. It's sometimes hard to tell whether the ground is very flat or is sloped. It kind of looks like it's a slope down there, which is fine. You can land on the slopes, but I don't know what the maximum gradient is. So let's have a quick look as we come down. Yeah, it looks pretty flat. Maybe landing on the upper shelf there might be best. So let's do that. This is around 1G.8, so I can't. I got. Oh, did I do it? Nope. Okay, stop playing around, and yeah. So I had a big section of land there, which I could very safely descend onto. Looks good, and we'll just bring it down slowly, and there we go. So I had to rotate the ship forward a little bit just to meet the ground there, to get it to touch down. That's a successful landing. So let's take a quick look at my handiwork. Yeah, it's quite a beautiful scene. This is one of the nicer features of Horizons, actually. I mean, Elite was always very nice for screenshots, but some of the land formations are very pretty. This would make a brilliant sunrise. So let's go and deploy the SRV. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and explain a little bit of the finding of materials. So the wave scanner is making lots of chirping noises. The one in the center is actually my ship. Yep. So as I leave, you can see that that's no longer there. Again, I'll just do a little bit of a fly around the SRV. As you can see, it's fully animated, the wheels moving with the terrain, and seeing off in the distance the sort of hills, which from orbit don't look like much. Also, there's a star in the background there. Panning across, you can see my asp as it gets smaller. So, let's look at some of these sensor signals. So you can hear sort of popping noises. Those clicking and popping noises are typically outcrops or low-grade materials. If it sounds like a Geiger counter clicking, it is typically low-grade materials. However, the interesting thing here is this really large band across the center. What this will typically will be some kind of encounter. So I'm expecting to see, oh yes, actually if you look really carefully into the center of the screen, you can see some skimmers. That's most likely a crashed ship, and it's probably defended by the local faction. Oh, okay, almost missed that. There's actually a canister of narcotics which is rolled down the hill. So yeah, this is basically a crash site. And you can hear sort of like a pop with sort of like a hollow whistling in the background. That's very typical of crash sites. Since these objects are quite large, they give a very strong signal. So I'm actually going to leave this alone because although it's probably got some nice stuff, I'm more looking for minerals than cargo. But I can let you listen to the sound, so you know what it sounds like. Stop on the edge of this boundary. What you can actually hear is the cargo. So the sort of signal split into several pieces, and that's actually the cargo that you can hear. Okay, so let's head back down a hill. So, yeah, so what you typically get is like a Geiger counter clicking. These are typical low-grade materials. So this sort of, is it a triple band at the bottom of the sensor? This is quite common for a low-grade material. This will be like things like iron, nickel, carbon, this sort of stuff. But very useful for repairing the SRV, some basic synthesis, but it's also very common, and so right now I've started to ignore it. In fact, you can actually see there's probably two signals superimposed on top of each other. There you go. So it's one, and then one, and then here you go. Bronze chronotype, which is, like I said, this is common. Actually, one of the things that's really very useful is the collection of phosphorus, since I believe you can make fuel out of it. Now, I point your attention to the second sound, not the clicking. That sound. So that sound is an interesting one. This is actually typical high-grade materials. So again, this one here is going to be an outcrop, or it's going to be Klondike, which it is. So I'll just collect this nickel. And nickel. So this is extremely interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to approach it. I don't know where it is, whether it's inside this basin or whether it's actually on top of the hill. But what's important here is the sound. You can get low-grade signals with the same single band along the bottom. So don't be fooled by the fact that it's just a single band. It's actually the sound which is more important than anything else. Okay, in which case we actually have two, I think. Two signals which is separating, as you can see. Yeah. It becomes more obvious the closer you get. This will be a more high-grade material, not a metallic asteroid, but it'll be something good still. I think that's it over there, pointing at. Yeah. So you blow this up, and have a take a quick look at what it is. Oh, arsenic, manganese, sulfur. Arsenic is a really nice one. This could be used in an FSD boost, so that's brilliant. And as you can see, I haven't actually picked up any of this before. So every single time you pick up something new, you get that little message. And I find my throttle control in the SRV is very rough. When I'm trying to do small movements, I end up sliding all over the place. So the other signal is a little bit weak, but it's still there. So let's adventure this way. It's likely over the top of the hill. So when a signal is very weak, it tends to be very broken. You don't always hear the sound. Sometimes it's only a very whispered hint of the sound. But as you approach it, it will get stronger. There we go. You can hear that very clearly now. I think the other signal is likely that encounter, so I'm going to ignore that. Let's have a quick look at what arsenic does. No, that's the wrong one. No, sorry. Arsenic. There we go. So it does do the FSD injection. It's actually very, very useful. SRV refuel. Interesting. I wonder if it allows us to get stronger boosts. But as you can see, there it is. It's premium. 100% boost. This fact that would be really, really nice while out exploring. I can imagine some areas being impossible to get to without having that 100% boost. So that's pretty wonderful. Okay, so carry on approaching. Eventually it will come into sight. Oop. Actually, we do have a hint that it's two objects. Maybe, I'm not sure. We'll see. Yep, it's definitely two objects. So one on the left, one on the right. One on the left, one on the right. Okay, so let's go to this one, which is the closest. Oh, there it is, you can see it. Manganese and chromium. It's pretty good. Okay, so now let's go back to the right, pick up the last signal. It's fairly close as well. I think that's it, just there. Yep. Can't hit it for some reason. There you go. Chromium. This is regular sort of stuff, but it is the sort of nicer materials. So I'm going to call it there. Hopefully it's been a nice insight for the people out there who are waiting to play this. Soon everybody will be jumping across the surfaces and having a lot of fun. So thanks for watching, guys.